Hi, welcome to day 13 of our challenge. I'm so excited to talk to you about finding your purpose and passion. This is my love. I love to help people discover what they're meant to do with their lives, what their passion is, what their gifts are. That just brings zest to life. It brings vitality and joy when you can actually discover that or feel like you are doing what you're meant to do, born to do. I know what it feels like to live in a gray place, having no really highs, feeling very apathetic about everything. It is the worst. I don't want you to experience it, and maybe you already have or are right now. Believe me, I have been there, and it just stinks. So doing the things that I've talked to you over the last 13 days so far, getting some vitality and joy into your life, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself will bring that back. But it's really discovering your strengths. Okay, strengths. 1, list your strengths. Go to your family, friends. What are my gifts and strengths? Sometimes it's hard for us to see that in ourselves. I was taking a coaching business course, and I was given an assignment to reach out to as many people as I could and ask them what my strengths were. Well, that wasn't easy, but I followed through. I sent out an email and I said, this is a little awkward, but would you mind sharing with me what you think my gifts and strengths are? That was so mind-opening for me and really validating as people responded back. I was so grateful and appreciative for what they responded back about myself, and it would help me. I literally graphed out what my top 3 strengths were according to like 30 or 40 different people. But then the fun thing was, I thought, I see their strengths. So as I responded to each one of them to say thank you, I listed out what I saw their strengths were, and that kind of surprised them. That was really, really fun because I can see the gifts and strengths of others. I love to celebrate that in other people, but discover what your strengths are. Ask your children, ask your spouse, ask your parents, your friends, what those are. What is it that you talk about that lights you up? It just lifts the energy because you're passionate about it. We all are so different. We're not meant to have all the same strengths. God made so many different creatures. Animals that hop around, animals that swim, fly, slither. We're all so different, and to celebrate what we are and be okay with that, that's wonderful. But what is it that just lights you up, that is fun for you? Because that's really what you should be doing, because like I've said all along, we want to raise our energy vibration, and we do that by what brings us joy. So what is it that brings you joy? Simple as that. What are your natural abilities that you were born with? Believe me, as a mother of 7, I know that every child has gifts and talents that they were born with, that just came with them. My oldest son, he was practically talking from out of the womb. Not quite, but seriously, by a year, 14 months, he was like saying sentences, and they were articulate sentences, and you could tell that there was some major processing going on. I have another daughter that's just, her heart is like huge, and she was just giving and writing notes, and her strength and natural ability is just to love other people. So what are the natural abilities that you were born with? I think I was born with some energy. I know my mom told me that I had a hard time just sitting, relaxing, cuddling, because I was always off running here and there, and it kind of fits a little bit of who I am. I have a sister-in-law that has an amazing voice. She sings for the Metropolitan Opera in New York. I would love to do what she does, to have a voice that just stirs the soul when you hear it. I wasn't born with that. She certainly works at it, but that was also a gift. So what gifts do you have? What's your personality like? Do you like to connect with people? Do you like numbers, quiet time, details? I don't know, just the difference of personality. I love connecting But it's okay to be your personality and fit that into what you're meant to do. And I know another friend of mine is an artist and loves just that time to just spend creating. And then the last thing is, what are your life experiences? What's your family background? What's your educational background? What are your hard experiences that you have gone through? Those are some clues to help you find what your purpose and passion is, what you are meant to do. And like I said over and over, oftentimes it's the difficult challenges that we can work through, break through, and then share. So discovering your purpose and passion. One of my favorite resources is called the Passion Test. And you can go through that book. In my courses, I have you go through that book and discover your top 5 passions. I have done it over and over again. I do it about every 6 months. They don't change. They change a little bit slightly. I visualize those areas in my life, those 5 things that I am passionate about, and what fits under those categories. I don't have the time to explain it all right now, but it's a great resource. And also the link that I sent with you on the email today, 20 minutes to discover your passion. I tell you, I've done this twice. Writing out until you are weeping with the words that come out. Both times, it took me about 5 minutes. It depends on how much personal work, internal work you've done. And, you know, for me, over the years, I've done a lot of internal work and processing as I've processed through so much of my experiences. But after about 5 minutes, I was weeping when I started writing, helping the downtrodden, lifting the hearts and heads and hands that hang low, lifting the spirits of those that are struggling. That's why I've had so much joy just sharing with you. I don't know where you are in your life. We all have ups and downs, but I want to help you move forward and experience joy. There's so much joy to be had, but there's a lot of pain out there. And I want to help others have the tools to lift it so they don't have to carry it, and then go forward and share their gifts and talents and mission with others. So thank you for tuning in today. Discover your strengths, your purpose, your passion. Now tomorrow is our last day. You've got to tune in. Sharing your gifts. Once we discover what those are, how do we share them? I'm going to help you have some ideas and overcome some of the stumbling blocks to reaching out and sharing your fruit so it doesn't just sit there and rot. Okay, so that you are sharing what you're meant to share in this world. So thanks for tuning in, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.